Hey, good morning. It's Dana from Growing Dreams Homestead. We are homesteading in Indiana on 10 acres. We are zone 6A. Today is Good Friday, and today is the traditional day where we plant our potatoes out in the garden. So this morning I'm going to be preparing my beds. Good morning, Rooster. So that I can get my potatoes in this afternoon. So I will bring you along for this little potato planting adventure. The garden looks like a mess right now. The chickens were in here all winter, so they scratched around all of my wood chips and ate bugs and ate leftovers and did their chicken thing. They fertilized. So last year our potatoes were in my first two beds, so I will need to move them to the second and third beds this year, because you don't want to grow potatoes in the same spot because they can get bugs and diseases and things like that. So we will move them every year. So I'm going to start raking back the wood chips out of the beds and getting them prepared. Good morning, for planting. The chickens are very vocal today. They're happy too. Here we go. Alright guys, so I've been out here working around in the garden, raking things back, kind of marking out where I want my beds to be this year. I am going to use this potato fork to kind of fluff up the dirt where my potatoes are going to go. I think I am going to make like a wider bed that will just be full of potatoes on both sides of the path. There's no reason to have like long skinny rows of potatoes. You don't really need to walk through them or anything until it's time to dig them, and so I think doing one bigger or two bigger beds will be the best idea. So I'm going to kind of show you my thought process. I spend a lot of time like laying things out and moving it and rethinking it and trying to decide, is this going to work best this season? So if you do that, it's okay. That's what we all do. We have to see it, and I do anyway. I have to see it and kind of see if it's going to work for me. So yeah, I'll show you what I've got so far. Yeah, and I know this looks super crazy country girl, but that's how we do it out here. So I grabbed some of these metal poles that are about 2 foot, and then I grabbed some of these like metal like tomato stake kind of things. I'm just kind of laying them out with a little over 2 foot beds with 3 foot paths. There's my little measuring tape. And then so where I'm talking about right here, I think this, as wide as these 2 stakes are, will be my whole potato bed. So it'll be a little over 3 feet wide. I think it's almost 4 feet wide. And then it'll go on this side, and then I'll match it over here on this side. So I am just kind of fluffing it up just to get that dirt loosened up, and so I can plant in it and hopefully dry out a little bit because we have had a lot of rain. It's not super muddy though. I kind of thought it would be, but it's not. So I'm going to keep working on these potato beds and then hopefully kind of lay out the whole rest of the garden too. And I have my coat off now. It's warm when you're working in the garden. Okay, here we go. There were some carrots left in over winter, and I'm going to see how they did. Go ahead and dig them up, because I think we're out of carrots from last year. Usually carrots that stay in through the winter are much sweeter because they've been through that cold. So just see what's in here. Oh, there's a little baby. Look at that. It's a little baby carrot. I'll stick him back down. I haven't really disturbed his roots too much, so I can probably go back in the ground. Yeah, a lot of these are little. I was hoping they might be bigger, but I'll dig up some anyway. Look at that baby. I'd say that's a nice little haul of carrots. These were planted, I think, at the beginning of August. And then they stayed in all winter, and here they are in spring, ready for me to dig them up and take them in and clean them off and make some food. So exciting. I love digging up carrots and potatoes. It's like treasure hunting. It's fun. Hey guys, look who woke up and decided to come help. It's after lunchtime now, and I went down and got the seed potatoes out of the basement. They're looking a little crazy, so if your potatoes are looking crazy too, don't worry, you can plant them. So we're gonna get busy getting these potatoes in the ground. Okay, we are gonna get these potatoes planted. You just need to dig a trench and lay your potatoes in it and cover them up. When they're this long, what I do, I just kind of wrap them around the potato and put them in the hole. I'll put one every 8 inches or so. That one's a cool one. Yeah. Dig it in and cover it up. Good job, bub. Now we're on to bed number 2. Alright, so Kane and I got the 2 beds planted, and we still have a lot of potatoes, and so I went ahead and dug up 2 more beds because I'd rather have more potatoes than we need than not enough. You never know how things are going to go, so it's always good to have lots of potatoes. We eat a lot of potatoes, lots of people do, and you know, if we need to help a family member or neighbor and we have extra food, we'd be glad to do it. So it's always good to plant more. So I'm gonna plant 2 more rows. All right, there's the first 2 beds are planted, and then the ones behind them I just dug. Go over here and show you how many potatoes we have left. And I may still have more, and if I do, I may give them to someone who needs them. All right, so that's how many seed potatoes we still have left to plant. We'll get busy. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna call it a day in the garden. It's like 3:30 and I've been out here since I think 9:30, 10 o'clock this morning, and got some other stuff I need to do, but I'm glad I got the potatoes in, got 4 beds planted, got a couple more prepped for cold crops and other things, because it's April and next month is garden time and I am so excited. So have a good one and get to planting. Bye.